And I'll share my books with you too, so you can also have a bit of a read, and
Okay.
then we'll be on the same page.
All right, now let me go get my coffee real quick, and
Yeah.
just and like I said, this is recording. It's not a stream, so because we're going to do it as a recording archive upload. You know what I mean? I'm
Yep.
not. We're not going to do this as any live stream stuff. So
That's cool.
so
There's
let,
so much stuff here I haven't read yet. I'm
yeah.
just I'm just gonna be reading.
All right, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
So
Okay, but so what do you know about Agatha?
I I have information on it, but I'll be honest with you, I don't know like a lot. You know what I mean? From a lot of the stuff that I've learned from ufology websites and stuff like that. I've read a
Mm-hmm.
little bit into the books, but not too deeply.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the information they put out, I haven't been able to find very much information. The one thing that fascinates me the most is the fact that when the Garcians found those caverns, they were already built. You know what I mean? They were already there. So
Yeah.
that ponders the question of who made those caverns. But even Austin had a comment about that. He's like, well, were they already still natural caverns, or were they already
Well, I
built?
actually have a bit of information on that.
Okay,
So
so hold off on that and give it in your time. What I'm
where do
gonna
we begin? Where do
what
we begin this discussion there?
what I'm gonna do is I'm going to stop talking when uh, you start doing it, and we are going to have you say in your words all the way through everything that you know at this moment about the Garcians.
Whoa, whoa. 1 second. Hey guys, I just need you to be quiet because I'm gonna record some stuff. I'm just having a discussion about ancient aliens. Can you just give me like 4 minutes? I just want to get my bookmarks in the right spot so I'm not stumbling around.
That's perfectly fine. But is that cool with you though? Like, just
What?
when we go, it's going to be you by yourself without me in the conversation, and you
Okay.
tell what you know about the Garcians.
Okay. Let me think.
So, and you don't have to overthink it. Just like you said, you've got all the information from what you've learned. You know, I mean, just it's a conversation. You know,
Yeah, yeah. I just like to be fucking
I
more
know,
prepared.
I know all about you, but it's just like every time we get in the conversation, you're like, well, we need to talk about it and plan it out, and we never do, and it still turns out to be like the best freaking video we could have ever made. You ever notice that? Like every time.
Yeah,
We've done like 3 videos, and I think they've been freaking awesome as shit,
yeah.
to be honest.
But this one's definitely not either of our strong suits, but I think we can make a starting point at least.
Yeah.
Uh, the,
And don't get me wrong, I think what you're saying is true. We do need to be organized and stuff like that. It's just, it never works out there, and we always end up making pretty killer freaking
if,
videos.
if all goes well, as of tomorrow, I should have a few days of just nothing on my hands. So I'll be diving into it a bit more then.
Okay.
Um,
So let
just give me
me,
a few more minutes to get the right spots in these books. I was
okay.
just reading.
All right. I will give you 4 more minutes. So give me a chance to smoke a cigarette and come back
Cool,
and get
cool.
things going. I have that part recorded, and I'll hit pause on it and come back and unpause it. Like I said, I'm going to take this part that we just had, and I'm going to apply that to the WOW Talk, so that like we can give a behind the scenes look at what we're doing. I don't want to put any of the information of the actual videos on the WOW Talk, just this conversation. So,
Hmm.
and I've done mine and I've done Austin's already. I got to render it out. And then after I render it out and you've said this part right here, I want you to look at our video and then I want to get a response from you about what me and him said, okay?
Alright.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Have you watch our take on it and then give your response, and then we'll do the same with what you put on there.
Sure.
So that because it really is time management. It's really hard for all three of us to get on at the same time. So I'm seeing this as a better alternative rather than having to schedule out all three of us being on the video or the stream at the same time. So it seems like it would be a better way of getting it done. So I'm going to leave you alone.
Yeah, just give me a couple minutes.
All right.
Man, there's so much stuff about this. There's so many like ancient sources as well that I haven't tracked down yet, but I'd love to.
Yeah.
Maybe we can ask the audience if they can help us. All right. Well, there's a couple of texts I'd actually just want to read verbatim.
Okay, now before we do that, let me go ahead and make it actually a point so that I know when to stop talking on the video when I'm editing, because I want it to be just your words, you know what I'm saying? So let me, whenever you're ready to do this, tell me. I'll count backwards and
we'll have a try. And if I'm definitely going to leave stuff out, because I'm not prepared enough, but I will do another one if there's stuff I can add.
All right.
To the beginning or the end.
This is just the first take of it too, so just understand that. Like, this is, like you said, coming out of the door and first introducing the story, and then we go further. Okay?
Right.
So,
Right.
ready?
1 second.
Okay. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna hide, or actually you're the one that hide both of us on the side there so that we're not seen. Or is that me? I'm the one who's got to do that, don't
I? Do what, sorry?
Never mind, I got it. I thought it was my screen that had both of us showing on the side, or your screen, but then I realized it was mine.
Okay, well, how do I fucking begin? Alright, you gonna do a countdown or what?
Yeah, let me get back into where I need to be so I can get this done. Alright, what am I doing?
Yep.
Alright, 3.
Are we gonna add pictures and stuff later or what?
Yeah, we're going to add pictures and stuff. This is more focused on the audio more than anything else. So whenever it's all done and said, well, we can use this background right here too, so that would be cool. But it'll mostly be just the audio that's more important.
Actually, there's one more book I want to pull up.
All
One
right.
second. If I sort of stumble and take a little while, will you edit that shit out or what?
Yeah, it'll be edited out. And we'll go through the final render, and if you guys want to edit some stuff out, we can do that.
Okay. It says here it is in which book? Okay. Well, anyway, I can't find that book right now, but it's something I'll look at later and find.
So let me do my countdown, and you just start talking.
So you're not going to talk? It's just me?
Just you. And then when you're done, let me know, and we can talk again.
Okay. I'll just do a short one for now, and we'll go from there. Are you there, Roger?
I went ahead and unmuted and everything. Now, with your stuff right there, when you was reading all that,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I was talking about. It's going to be great for the actual stream, or the actual content, because well, you'll see what I'm talking about when I get it on there, because it shows the writing, and I can trim out the top part right there where it has the gray area.
Yeah, and feel free to trim out some of the text that isn't super relevant, like there was a little bit there that was like a footnote, but there's parts that are pretty cool too. So.
Well, if they see the footnotes too, that might give them a chance to actually look at it, you know what I mean, and maybe use it as a reference of their own to go further, So
yeah,
so that could be a benefit of leaving it in there as well. But it looks magnificent there.
And there's so many, I'm actually glad you brought this topic up. I totally kind of forgot about it. There's a few other rabbit holes I really want to go down.
Mm-hmm. Now,
I can't find the actual. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I think I did find it, but I found this on archive.org. It's difficult to find the actual downloadable copy, but this is all about Agatha, and it's mentioned in the other books to be accurate. So,
So, with all of this and everything, are you good with what you've gotten so far, and want to do it at a later time?
Yeah, I think so. I'd like to do a bit more reading before I do the next bit.
I just don't think you realized how much information you really pulled up, because I could tell, like, when you were reading, your voice was getting strained. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's probably my limit. But yeah, it was totally synchronistic, man. It's magic how this shit happens sometimes. I just start researching a topic, and I'll just magically find all these related books and stuff, and I'm like, fuck, this is what I've been looking for, just so suddenly.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like there's divine fucking wisdom guiding my hand sometimes when I research.
Well,
what I find.
When we started talking about this, I knew this would be right up your alley, because, freaking, you love this shit. I mean, you really do.
And it's so crazy how everything is tied into each other. We're talking about the Great Flood, and we were just talking about Randall Carlson and all his connections and all his signs that prove that stuff. And that's connected to how the inner Earth caverns formed, and that's why the ancient races went and hid inside the planet, because of these big cataclysms. And then that ties into the fucking reptilians and the Nordic races, which are these ancient alien races, and